HVH Transportation through HNI Risk Advisors and Avant Underwriters are pleased to announce that they have successfully negotiated an occupational accident program for you, the independent contractors of HVH. This program for occupational accident insurance is only available to and intended for those drivers who qualify as independent contractors of HVH. With that said, let's move on and get into who and what defines an independent contractor. Let's start by asking the right questions. What is an independent contractor, or IC? An IC is a person who is self-employed, provides specific tools, for example, a tractor, and services to another entity under the terms specified within a contract agreement. An IC owner-operator can either run under their own authority as their own business entity, or they can run under the authority of the motor carrier through an independent contractor lease agreement. There is a simple checklist that is used to determine if you are an independent contractor. Are you paid on a 1099? Do you operate under an independent contractor lease agreement? Do you determine the means and manner in which you perform services as defined in the agreement? Do you own or lease your truck? All the above must be met in order to qualify as an IC. Now that we all know what is required to be an independent contractor and to have eligibility to participate in the program, let's discuss what is being offered under the program. HVH Transportation, HNI Risk Management, and Avant Underwriters are committed to offering a competitive and convenient program option to you and your operation. HVH is offering access to an occupational accident OCAC program that will allow for easy coverage election and enrollment. Plus, the premium is settlement deducted for your convenience. Participation in the HVH sponsored program is not mandatory. However, it is an important coverage position which will provide a financial safety net for you and your family in case you have an occupational related accident and injury. The program can take care of medical bills, accidental death benefits, and lost earnings that you might have if you are not able to drive. Avant Underwriters and HNI's first and foremost desire is to make sure you are covered for work-related injuries. We are providing one of the broadest OCAC programs available in the marketplace today. Enrollment is quick and easy. In addition, this program also includes membership to the Avantage Association and the benefits that come with it. This will be discussed in later slides. Let's move on to get into more of the detail on the program. One of the big questions I'm sure that you have is, what am I getting with this program in terms of benefits and limits of coverage? The coverage you are getting includes everything stated below. Accidental death benefits, $300,000 limit, pays out an initial $30,000 lump sum death payment. The remaining $270,000 is payable to surviving spouse or dependent children at 1% per month thereafter. We also include an additional benefit of $10,000 in non-occupational accident death benefits at no extra charge. Accidental dismemberment, up to $300,000 limit based on injury incurred. Plus, we also include an additional $10,000 benefit in non-occupational accidental dismemberment. Accident medical expense, with up to $1 million limit. Per person per accident, pays out benefits up to 104 weeks. Also included is an additional $10,000 benefit for non-occupational accident medical expenses, which will pay out benefits for up to 52 weeks. Temporary total disability. The benefit amount is based on 70% of your average weekly earnings up to a maximum benefit of $500 per week. It has a 7-day waiting period from date of accident, but it provides coverage retroactive back to the date of the injury. Most competitor programs will not go back to the first day of injury to start paying you this benefit. This can be paid out for up to 104 weeks if you are disabled and deemed unable to work. Continuous total disability. If you are disabled longer than the 104 weeks covered under temporary total disability, and you qualify for Social Security disability status, then we will continue to pay what we were providing under the temporary total benefit less the Social Security benefit you start receiving. The program will pay this up to a maximum payment period, which will be to age 75, and again, it will be subject to Social Security disability award and offset. The program has been set up to provide some additional coverage limits that are usually excluded from most occupational accident programs, and they include $10,000 in pre-existing conditions, $50,000 in occupational disease, which are for injuries that may result from a cause that is not accident related, $50,000 in occupational cumulative trauma injuries that are not accident related but are caused from some type of repetitive work-related activity, which includes but is not limited to hemorrhoids and hernia. As mentioned, we also are including some non-occupational accident benefits to the program. There can be some confusion when it comes to non-occupational benefits. We are only offering AD&D and accident medical coverage. They are accident only and do not provide coverage for any illness or sickness. Coverage is only for injuries that are from an accident that happens while you are not working. It is supplemental coverage that we included for your benefit. There are no deductibles on any of our coverages. As you can see, we are offering a broad program, one of the broadest in the marketplace. I am sure that you have heard that we offer the best and the broadest before. Here is why we say this and make this claim. The HVH endorsed OCAC program provides a broader definition of covered activity compared to the marketplace, which is while performing the duties of the contract. This means that if you get hurt while you are performing any work-related items that connect back to things you are asked to do as part of your contract, then you're covered. If your contract requires you to maintain your truck and you are hurt while working on the truck, then you are performing duties required in your contract. How does this compare to under dispatch? Most other OCAC programs define covered activity as while under dispatch. The term under dispatch is a very convoluted term which leaves a lot of gray area for claims to be denied. The term dispatch can change depending on the state you are in, the motor carrier you are with, and the policy being provided to you. We get rid of that gray area with our program definition. Like we stated earlier, our goal with offering this program is to give you an option of coverage that will provide work injury protection as an independent contractor. Now, there can be some confusion when it comes to the difference between workers' compensation and occupational accident. It is important that you know the differences between the two. Occupational accident programs are not the same as workers' compensation. They do not replace and are not to be carried in lieu of workers' compensation insurance. This is why you can only elect to participate and be covered under the OCAC if you qualify as an independent contractor. If you are not an independent contractor, then you should be covered under workers' compensation. HVH Transportation is offering this coverage to provide you with a reduced cost option. Again, this is only available to those drivers who qualify as independent contractors. Hopefully, with everything stated in this slide, you have a clear understanding that electing occupational accident is not the same as securing workers' compensation, and that you make the choice of electing occupational accident knowing this position. Another question that is often asked is the OCAC program major medical insurance? The answer to that is no. This coverage is not major medical insurance. This is an accidental injury policy intended to cover injuries that occur while in the performance of your work as defined under the independent contractor agreement with HVH Transportation. The OCAC program we are offering does include some non-work related coverage under the non-OC benefit description, but the amounts of insurance are to be considered as supplemental coverage. There is no sickness or illness coverage provided under the Occupational Accident Program. So again, I want to reiterate that the OCAC program is only for accidental injuries that you might incur while performing work required under your contract with HVH. It is not the same as workers' compensation, and it is not the same as major medical. As a member of the Avantage Association, you will have access to other health-related programs, but they are all set up on a voluntary participation basis that you can participate in if you so desire. By participating in the OCAC program, you are enrolled as a member of the Avantage Association Benefits Program. The Occupational Accident Program is offered to you through the Avantage Association so that your election to participate automatically activates your enrollment in the association program. The Avantage Association is a professional trade association specifically designed for independent contractors. Included as part of the association benefits is the Avantage Reward Program. As a member, you receive a $100 voucher on a monthly basis that can be used on the rewards website to redeem discounts and savings on retail, dining, entertainment, travel, service vendors, and more. If you don't use the full amount of the $100 voucher, it will roll over each month for as long as you're an Avantage Association member. This means that by the end of the year, you could have $1,200 in total vouchers to use. What's great is that can even roll over to the next year. Membership also grants you access to the Avant Care Card, which includes telehealth. This gives you access to a doctor 24/7 via video conference with a qualified physician to diagnose whatever's ailing you. Avoid the waiting times and high copays associated with emergency rooms and urgent care style facilities. Pharmacy discounts. Once a prescription is given, you can search for where it is most discounted in your area. Dental discounts for numerous procedures. Free to have and only pay for what you use. This card has no monthly dues and can get you back on the road. The association has also endorsed several health-related programs that can be accessed by independent contractors. Major medical access, dental access, vision access. These can be reviewed by going through our Avantage Association website. Participation in these is voluntary, and individual application and engagement by you directly with the coverage provider. The participation in the rewards program and with the Avant Care Card is part of your membership and does not cost any additional money over the monthly dues that are part of the cost of the program. Speaking of costs, I am sure all of you are wondering, how much is this going to cost and can I afford it? The cost of the Occupational Accident Program is $160 per independent contractor per month. The Avantage membership dues of $5 per month are included in the price above. This price, along with the benefits shown in the previous slides, is very affordable. If you were to go out into the marketplace on your own to procure similar coverage to this, it would cost around $180 a month. And if you were able to find coverage on an individual basis at this cost, it would not include the Avantage Association or the Avant Care Card program that we are offering. When you are comparing the HVH sponsored program to others in the marketplace, be sure to check the limits and coverage definitions. If you compare this to the cost of workers' compensation, you would find that workers' comp would be somewhere between $500 to $700 per month. The range in pricing here would depend on your payroll that would be used to compute the premium. OCAC is a lot less expensive as it is not the same as workers' comp and is payable on the monthly basis, whereas work comp would require you to pay the full annual premium with no monthly payment options. How do I pay? Payment will be settlement deducted from your settlement check. This means that you don't have to make a monthly premium payment to an insurance carrier as it is being deducted and administered through HVH. I appreciate everyone taking the time today to listen to this presentation. I hope that I have provided you with enough explanation of the program so that you can make an informed decision. If you have any questions or concerns over the material covered or the program, please ask your IC coordinator.